Om. Om. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Spiritual quest, meditation, coming to clearly be who you actually are, cannot be found out there in the world, cannot be found in the waking dream, deep sleep, cannot be found in the books, even though scriptures, we must interact, we must study, because they are the only ones who are telling us the way, the path, the direction, the obstacles, the methodologies. But the answer is not in them also. Then where is the answer? The answer lies with us. We are the answer to ourselves. We are so used to cause and effect that my misery is because of this person. My hunger is because I have not eaten. My happiness is because of another person or situation or environment. If I get this, then I'll be happy. Cause and effect. But the truth that we essentially are, it is not a product of some cause. It doesn't come under the cyclical creation of cause and effect. It is independent. And we have to recognize that. And recognition means what? Recognition doesn't mean that, like, I recognize this is a laptop, I recognize the faces on the laptop that are looking. This is not recognition. This recognition is unique. What is it? When all the means of knowing something, and what is all the means? Our means of knowing something is thoughts. So when we give up all the means of knowing, we will, that will be the true recognition. So does it mean that in deep sleep there are no thoughts? Yes, in deep sleep there are no thoughts of the world. That is true. And you are one with yourself. But what is happening there is, your mind is, instead of recognizing and being the pure consciousness that it has put on a veil, a chadar, a blanket, and therefore is not able to see itself. See? So sadhana can be done only in the wakeful state, not in the dream or deep sleep. And we have to avoid the sleep. And we have to come to a point wherein naturally, effortlessly, uh, all the thoughts from our mind dissolve, melt away. And what is left behind, when they are melting away, usually we go to sleep, but here we do not go to sleep. Then whatever is, that is the recognition, that is the self. Who is the one who is knowing that everything has melted away? That one is the self. And towards this, a simple exercise which we have seen before, not in meditation, maybe in meditation, I don't know, is that everything in this gross world is existing in space, in Akash. Akash means Avakashat Akash, meaning that which accommodates. So space, how big is the space? Infinite. What is it accommodating? The entire cosmos. So just as when the house is constructed, you don't fill it up with space. When a pot is constructed, you don't fill it up with space. Similarly, when this body was constructed, came into existence, that conscious space was already there. In a pot, it is inert space. In the house, it is inert space. But in a living being, it is the conscious space. And what is this space? What is the nature of space? The nature of space is emptiness. The nature of space is nothingness. And what is it accommodating? The whole cosmos. What is the cosmos made up of? Air, fire, water, earth, plants, animals, etc., etc., etc. So where did the other elements come from? Space. Movement in space is called air. When air rubs with itself, heat is created. When heat is, wherever there is heat, there is it will lead to moisture, sweat, and so on. But we say this sequence very casually, without putting our attention on the main point, and that is, it all started from emptiness, the space. Space is nothing. From nothing, air, fire, water came. From emptiness, from absence, everything started. So how can air, fire, water, earth, plants, animals, the whole cosmos be real when the cause of the cosmos itself is absence? And this cannot be sorted out by looking out there in the world. This cannot be sorted out. Then what is to be done? Then in the waking, you take this example, and when you come to this conclusion that this cannot be sorted out, then again the question will come, what is to be done? Nothing needs to be done. Sit silent. Silence means again quietness. Quietness means space. Again, it means space. Where? Not outside, inside your mind. Inside your mind. Just as a house, the The walls of the house are not for the walls. The space which is naturally available within the house, which was not brought in there, is not for itself. It is for some person to live there. And that person in your house is you. If there is no person there, then there's no purpose of the house or the space, house space. Similarly, when you come to recognize that the entire world is existing in space, but space itself is not for itself, then who is it who is knowing that that there is emptiness? Who is it who is knowing that there is absence of all thoughts? Full stop. And this consciousness that I am is more just as the space. It is inside, outside, up, down, east, west. You never say that I have brought the space into the house after I constructed it. No, you don't say I'm moving. You may say you are moving from point A to point B. You're going from Australia to India, or Australia to Fiji, or Australia to America. But you know that you are still on the earth space. If you're going to from earth to moon or Mars, you know you are still within the space of the solar system. And that space of the solar system is not apart from the space of the earth. So space is one. The space in your house, the space in my house, the space in any house is the same. So space occupied by this body, that body, everybody is the same. And its nature is absence, emptiness. Who knows this? Who is understanding this? Right now, there is understanding. You are listening, so understanding. Now we will contemplate on it. This is contemplation going on with words. Hopefully, it will lead to silence. So today's sit with yourself, come to this conclusion that the entire creation as I know it exists in the space, and space by nature is emptiness, absence of all objects. That absence, that emptiness, I can experience it between the thoughts. And that absence, that is its location. Location means we feel that we can catch it there. But absence is, the space is inside, outside, everywhere. Who is this one who knows that absence is everywhere? That space in which the thoughts, the space in which the body, the breath are existing, are able to function. Without space, they cannot function. And not only this body, all the bodies and the entire universe is existing in the same space. Who knows this space? Who is aware of this infinite space? The one who knows this infinite space must be more pervasive must be more finer, must be more accommodating than the space itself. That I am. Contemplate in this manner. And come to be that conscious space, which you are always, but imagining that you are not. So come back to be that which you are always.